Hello, my name is Jason O, and welcome to my episode recap for episodes 3 and 4 of Attack on Titan Junior High or Shingeki Kyojin Chuugakkou. Those episodes are titled Dodgeball and Cleanup. And so we are pretty much recreating many different scenes from Attack on Titan, very reminiscent of pretty much shot for shots, just done in different kinds of ways and different animation styles, of course, with this sort of chibier, spin-off-y version of Attack on Titan. And so if you enjoy that, that's for you. I know for some people it's not really their type of series, Attack on Titan Junior High at least, because they are just recreating different scenes from Attack on Titan, but it's, in very non-creative, sort of creative, sort of ways recreating the Annie-Eren feud from the beginning parts of Attack on Titan with Dodgeball, and so pretty interesting stuff to say the least. More interesting, more fun, especially. And so if you have fun with this series, I'm sure you're enjoying it so far. If not, you just want something different, to say the least. I don't think you're enjoying this series as much. I know some people aren't, from reading a ton of reviews and stuff like that there, but still, I'm really enjoying this series. It's very fun, seeing our characters in a very similar light but more exaggerated tone, especially for many of our characters that we're seeing here. So starting ahead with episode 3, Dodgeball, we learn that Annie, we get a little bit more of her. Her favorite food is a cheeseburger steak, same thing as Eren, but thanks to Eren, pretty much embarrassing himself in front of the whole entire school, she can't admit it to the others that she also likes cheeseburger steak, and she names Eren as her sworn enemy and can't wait to destroy him in Dodgeball. She makes up a different favorite food. I think it's mozuku. I believe that's how you say it, or that's what the food was. And so everyone just gives her that food to her. She even barks at them, like, "Oh, you guys have to eat this too," and all that stuff there. And so in Dodgeball, Eren oversleeps, so he's not really making it on time. So Jean has to be the leader. Again, very similar to the original anime. Even Mikasa out Sasha, saying that she farted to cover for Eren, and she gets, it's like, "Oh, Mikasa, you can't do that. You have to be more kinder than that." And of course, to shut Sasha up, just like in the original anime, just put food in her mouth and she's going to shut up a little bit. And so again, very similar to the anime, just done in a more exaggerated sort of tone. However, when they're playing Dodgeball, it doesn't really go as planned. They somehow win, but they went through so many trials and tribulations with Jean just freaking out of everyone and their shenanigans, with Connie not really knowing the rules. He's very athletic, but doesn't really know the rules of Dodgeball. Marco has to teach him instead, and Sasha, she decides to eat ramen during the match, so no one can touch her, but she's not really active in playing Dodgeball. She's just dodging everyone so she can enjoy her ramen. Mikasa, without Eren around, she's stuck in a very deep depression. I think Armin said that her stats dropped down by 30% because of Eren not being around, and so she even takes Armin's futon during the break to just cope with Eren not being around. She just keeps saying that the world is a terrible place and all that stuff there. So again, more exaggerated tone for Mikasa with no Eren around. Meanwhile, with Annie's team, we have Krista. When she gets hit, Reiner tries to catch the ball, because obviously if you get hit in Dodgeball, the ball's still in the air. If you catch it, your teammate is safe. And so Reiner, with his athletic, muscle head sort of form, he tries to save her, but Ymir steps in for her love, even says that, let's get married after this, and stuff like that there. And so Reiner, very pissed off by that. Maybe love triangle setting up there as well. Again, more exaggerated tone for this spin-off of Attack on Titan. Also leaves room for the love triangles to pop in despite of a dramatic tone that we're going for in Attack on Titan. And this one, you have more exaggeration and more room for love triangles and stuff like that there. But Annie and Reiner pretty much dominate. They just take out 5 people at once, and so obviously Jean is very worried that Eren not being around, they're going to be destroyed by Annie and Reiner. And so Annie tells Jean that Eren better be here, or I'm going to tell on you by Mr. Keith. Very middle school sort of thing there, when oh, I'm going to tattle on you, I'm going to tell the teacher. And so I thought it was very funny, especially the way that line was executed by the voice actress. And so I thought it was really funny seeing when Annie was just threatening to tell on them. And so very similar to the anime, Jean impersonates Eren. It does not work, especially on Mikasa, who doesn't really feel Eren's spirit there, but Eren does eventually come back. He gets scolded by Mikasa. Ooh, that being tardy is very bad. Eren just gives that death stare to him, so very hilarious there for Mikasa. But however, the Dodgeball match isn't really that dramatic, because it just ends up being Annie hitting Eren a lot, but the ball's still in the air, and so Mikasa catches it and tries to attack Annie Annie. It doesn't work. She just catches it back and just goes back and forth, with Eren being destroyed by Annie and Mikasa saving him constantly over and over again. We have a really cool scene where Eren gets hit, with very similar to the anime, by Annie's kick, and so he asks Annie to teach him, and Mikasa gets pissed off, like, hey Annie, teach me that too, and they just go at it. Annie tries to do a kick, and Mikasa tries to attack her with the dodgeball, but Eren steps in the middle of there. Very hilarious scene. I know some fans, they don't really like Eren being hit like that because he's their favorite, but I thought it was pretty hilarious to see Mikasa and Annie go back and forth, because I really love that rivalry between them, and we're seeing this in a different form in Dodgeball. And so by the end, Annie does explain why she has a hatred for Eren, and everyone obviously has a very weird reaction to that, but they're happy that they all make up and become friends, even except for Ymir, who's like very confused at what's going on, and even Connie kind of misses the point. He hits Annie and helps win the match at the end, but still Connie didn't really get the point. He just realized he learned the rules of Dodgeball. And again, I mentioned before how we have room for love triangles now. We see one with Eren, Mikasa, and Annie. When Eren drops his cheeseburger steak and Annie offers hers, and Mikasa tries to feed Eren her own food as well, in a sort of a pit of jealousy there. Going on to episode 4, Cleanup. Eren, he's not really happy about joining the Wall Cleanup Club. We learned that the Wall Cleanup Club had like 100 members previously, but now it's just down to Rico, who's president of the Wall Cleanup Club. And so Jean, he's not really happy with the work, but especially when the girls make fun of him, but Rico punishes him and introduces the 3D maneuvering gear into this series to everyone, and so they really want to work hard in order to use this 3D maneuvering gear, especially Eren, so he can attack the Titans, and he just sort of destroy the Titans using this technology that they have there. And so the whole school is like sparkling clean, like very heavenly type of thing, and Rico's like really impressed. Very similar to the anime once again. Eren's struggling to use the 3D maneuvering gear. We learn that later on it's broken, but Rico doesn't want to admit that, especially Mikasa sort of stalking her and sort of giving her the death stare. And so Rico tries her best to sort of not tell anyone that the gear is broken, because she doesn't want to be embarrassed telling that huge story of how the maneuvering gear is never broken. It's always in tip-top shape, but it actually isn't just this time around. But thanks to Hans, who's always drunk, and he blames his drunkenness for crashing into Jean, and even though that's not really the case, but definitely Hans helped Rico a lot for covering that the gear was actually broken the whole entire time. And then at the end of the episode, the graffiti of the Titans, we learn, is the reason why the Wall Cleanup Club was created. The Titans were putting on graffiti all over the walls, and so the Wall Cleanup Club was created in order to stop all this graffiti, clean it all up. And so Eren gets pissed off. He tries to use his 3D maneuvering gear on the Titans, but he does not know how to use it, and so he fails miserably. And so it's pretty fun end to the episode. Again, very fun episode, even though a lot of scenes were just recreated from the original Attack on Titan anime. And so I really thought these were fun episodes. I'm giving this 2 episodes a 7 out of 10 rating. Again, really fun episodes. If you enjoy the Attack on Titan anime, you see scenes recreated, then you'll enjoy these 2 episodes here. If you just don't like the repetition of these sort of scenes, then you probably won't enjoy it. It's sort of what I think is the whole main basis of this spin-off anime. And so thank you for watching my episode recap for episodes 3 and 4, which Attack on Titan Junior High or Shingeki Kyojin Chuugakkou. Those episodes are titled Dodgeball and Cleanup. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye bye.